Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn about how to create this amazing design using Adobe Photoshop. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our next video. Without wasting much time, let's start today's lesson. I press Command N, or we can do that by going to File and New. We set our canvas, so 5 by 6. Then we keep the resolution at 300 and hit on OK. So at this point, we have our canvas set. Before we begin our design, we have to get some guides to help keep our work in line. So at this point, I'll be introducing some guides to the canvas. Using the pen tool to create a shape, I make sure I select my pen tool. Is this, the shortcut is P to shape. Once we have the pen tool selected, we are going to create a 9 shape. So I'll start by creating a shape. So I have this shape created. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to import an image I downloaded. So I'm going to import. By doing that, we go to File, then Place and Embedded. So I browse the location of the image I'm looking for. So at the desktop, on here, this is the image. After placing, I'm going to scale it a little bit up. So I don't like this. So let me scale it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layer mask of the shape I created before. So I go back to the shape I created, that is shape 1. I press Command and click inside the shape to create a selection around it. Then I go back to the image I placed and I click on layer mask. So what I just did was I used the shape to create a mask of the image I imported. Now the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to place another image and blend it to this background. So go to File and Place Embedded. Then I locate what I want to place. In this situation, I want this, and I hit on Place. Once I place it, I'm going to scale it a little bit up. Yeah. So I'm going to repeat the same process, creating the layer marks. What I did for this layer, I'm going to repeat the same process. If I come back to this shape, I press Command and click to obtain the selection of the shape. Come back to the layer and click on Max. After doing this, I want to blend this to the image I placed before, so I'm going to change the blending mode to button. Now I have this, it's too dark for me, so what I'm going to do is I'll come back to this, then I delete the layer mask, bring it a little bit down. That's how this is lovely. And I bring back the mask. think this is the color. Right. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group what I have just obtained. I'm going to select this three, then group it, Command G, and give it a name of, let's say, region, the background. Then I'm going to lock this. I'm going to lock this and start placing some images. So the first image I'm going to import here is the main image, the subject of the text. So I'm going to place an embedded of the main image. This is it. I'm going to scale it down and make sure it's aligning. It's okay. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make a selection of this image. So I'm going to use the quick selection tool. Then select subject to make a selection of this image. Photoshop will use Adobe Sensei to sense the image and make a selection of it. Once I have the selection done, I go to select and mask to work on the outline. Give it a little bit of stroke, so smart radius. Then I want this to be smooth. I'm going to smooth the edges here. I want a sharp and smooth edges. And let me contrast it. Smooth. Right. Let's have our layer mask. So this is okay. We'll come back to it. And at this point, what we are going to do is we are going to use our brush to blend the wanted part. So we are going to use the brush to soften or hide some pixels we don't want now. Brush selected. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a shape with the help of my rectangular tool. I'm going to draw a shape. So the shape that I'm going to draw shape the side. Come to the side. Draw shape. So I have this shape here. What I'm going to do is have some round edges. Have this round edges. And change the shape color. I don't want a stroke. I'm going to change the shape color. I'm going to use this hex A758 this precise color. Then I'll reduce the opacity to 30. That's okay. Alright. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw another shape on top here. What I'm going to do now is get around edges of this. So I have this achieved now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select all shapes in addition to this shape, then hold command. Sorry, I'm going to hold, I'm going to ensure the transformation, then hold command, then drag it up. So following the base shape, yeah, I'm going to line it that way. And hit on enter. Yes. Now we are pressing. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this. But before I group, let me place the images so that when I group, we get what I'm doing. So I'm going to start by adding the first image here. I select that shape, then I go to file, and I create an embedded of the image I want to place. So for this situation, I want to place this image. And after, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this. So I'm going to group all as down image or down images. Then lock it for now. Now, at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add extra images. So at the side of the main image here, I'm going to add extra images here. With the help of my rectangular tool, I'm going to create a shape, line shape, to bring it on top. Okay, now I have all four done. Let me change the name to 2. Okay, 4 for easy identification. I'm going to group all these 4 groups as one. I'll label it as image 2. So all 4 groups, I group them here. I can move them like this and bring it a little bit. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some text. So before I bring the text, I'm going to draw shape on top of what I created here. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the name of the business. So test to and type here. Sales, as you can see. Right. Then after brushing inside, I'm going to deselect Command D. Then what I just brushed, this layer, I'm going to reduce the fill to 0. Then double click this side of it and give it a stroke of white and use for. So that's what I want. Now let me work on the gradient. This one. This one. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Give it a name. Its name. Then group this also and call this service. I'm going to lock this and lock the name as well. At this point, it's time for me to add the contact and the location. So I'm going to speed the video a little bit. Lock it as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my pen tool and create a design here. Then change the colors that we are using. So I come back to the main image, then work on the image a little. So then what I'm going to do is apply some lightning effect here.